Jim Thorpe was voted the outstanding United States athlete in the 20th century. Not only was he a star in track and field, he also played 7 years of Major League Baseball, batting .327 in his final season. He left baseball at the age of 32 to join the newly formed National Football League, where he played another 7 years with teams like Canton, Cleveland, and the New York Football Giants.
Jim Thorpe resides today in the NFL Hall of Fame. Last January, a 70-year-old wrong was righted when the Olympic medals stripped from him in 1913 were returned at long last. Thorpe is a legend. Strong, silent, talented beyond description. He is an American hero.
King of Sweden gave me these awards back in 1912. The one in the decathlon and the pentathlon in the 5th Olympiad. Said to me, "Sir, you are the greatest athlete in the world." Said to him, "Thanks, King." It was quite a thrill for an Indian schoolboy from Oklahoma. 7 months later, they took him away. Said I deserve the severest condemnation for spoiling my amateur standing. Well, it hurt me something fierce when it happened. Mostly deep down. Mostly in the quiet times, which there wasn't a whole lot of in those days. Seems I'd done wrong by playing professional baseball 2 summers before. Got paid $2 a day, expenses. See, in those days, most of the other athletes, they were gentlemen. That means they didn't need expenses. Yeah, today's athletes, they got their own problems. I heard of them. They got government subsidies, endorsements, payments under the table. Companies even pay them to train. They got a word for it. Shamateurism. Anyway, I took $2. Didn't know it was wrong, but I done it. So, here I stand. An old horse who would have played the game just for the sheer joy it gave me. See, there's a greatness in the taking part, in the trying. In me, I had a fierce will to win. The bigger the game, the better. That's why I cherish the Olympics so. A couple of weeks, going head up with the best in the world. My chance to shine. For the honor of my country. For the glory of sport. The fame was a cape thrown around my shoulders by others. It didn't keep me any warmer. Didn't make my dreams come any truer. No, I took part for more selfish reasons. Pride in myself. Pride in the sport. Pride in the taking part. That kept me warm. Still does. It was my father's birthright to me, and I gave it down to my children. It's the heirloom that's helped them through the long fight to return to me what was mine, and they done it. My boy, Jack, said it was one of the few times in the history of the United States that an Indian had his honors restored to him. And my daughter, Gail, she said I was the only person that had to win the medals twice. Well, anyway, I had my day, ran my race, and tasted the glory. I only wish I could have told my family and all the others who fought so long and hard on my behalf that the feeling was enough. I felt it those days in Stockholm. They were the best days of my life. Man, As is 70 years upon the earth. But an athlete's time passes far more quickly. So I live on in my children. And if the symbols of my life mean more to them than they did to me, then I'm happy. Happy to let the glory that I felt endure in the symbols. And I must admit, they are mighty pretty to look at.
Jim Thorpe, a man for all seasons, for all sports, for all time. A true American hero.
Jim Thorpe's words and deeds should stand as an inspiration to all of us. His message is meant to simply remind us that there is so much more to life than just being the winner of a